All ships return for docking and prepare for hyperspace.
Situation report 9.9. Our fleet is hiding in a debris field approximately 3.8 light years from our last battle. We are hoping that the various pieces of wreckage in this field will allow us to escape detection. While we regroup, my team has been studying the data tapes we stole from the Imperial research base. The Imperial scientists were working on a way to take control of the beast and turn it into a living weapon system. Their experiments to control the beast by partially grafting it onto living subjects were unsuccessful. The native intelligence of the beast fragment ultimately defeats any control system. While their twisted experiments are useless to us, some of their methods of sterilizing failed experiments might be useful on a larger scale. I will pass along this data to engineering and to the Kalsto when it returns with reinforcements.
This is Recon Vessel 214, now entering derelict area. Active shock mines. Don't scan as old as the rest of this battle wreckage. Looks like someone doesn't want intruders. Picking up something large on the sensors. Moving in. Spotted a siege cannon derelict. Must have been part of whatever attack fleet fought here. It looks a little rough, but no serious damage.
Relay its positional data and we'll send in a salvage team.
Picking up enemy ship signals.
Return to mothership immediately, Recon 214.
We're returning on a Vector 1096, full burn.
That siege cannon might be adapted to our needs. Salvage it immediately.
Affirmative. Firing on all targets.
Formation set. Escorts assigned. Be advised. Stand by Group 3. Command ship is relocating.
Going to high alert now. Underway, 2 coordinates now. Understood. I've been looking for a fight.
Stand by Group 5.
Ready to go.
Adding ships to Group 5.
Sentinel online. Ready. Changing now. Moving.
Stand by Group 4.
High alert, now. Acknowledging move orders.
Stand by Group 3. Construction underway. Stand by Group 3. We have raider ships closing in with that siege cannon. They must want it as well.
Maneuver drive at full thrust.
Report of hostiles by Group 3. Stand by Group 6. Adding ships to Group 6. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 3. Stand by Group 4.
High frigate moving out.
I am here, Command.
Stand by Group 3.
Compositing underway.
Stand by Group 6.
Ready.
Stand by Group 3.
Target acquired.
Beginning construction.
Target locked in.
Report of hostiles by Group
Locked
3.
on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on.
Report of hostiles by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 3. Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on.
Report of hostiles by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 3. Stand by Group 4.
Salvage group under fire. The Raider corvettes are disguised as wreckage. Watch each other's back out there.
Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 6.
Worker ready. Repairs
Stand by
underway.
Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Worker ready. Lead this to the
Stand by
pros.
Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 6.
Swarmers
Stand by
locked
Group
on.
3.
Weapons charged.
Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Yeah? Assisting.
Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 3.
Going into docking pattern.
Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Worker here. Worker ready. Repairs underway. Worker ready. Lead this to the pros. Yeah?
Stand by
Frigate
Group 4.
online.
Roger, Command.
Stand by Group 3.
Roger, command.
Adding ships to Group 3.
Going to high alert now. Roger, command.
Adding ships to Group 3. Enemy vessel now under fleet control. Research underway. Stand by Group 4.
Worker here. Assisting. Worker ready. Lead
Stand
this
by
to the
Group
pros.
4.
Worker ready.
Aye, frigate. Aye.
Siege cannon
Worker
secured.
here.
Our engineers are ready to begin adapting it to our needs.
Repairs
We
underway.
also need to
Worker
start
ready.
gathering resources
Repairs underway.
in order to build a mount module for the cannon.
Stand by
Swarmers
Group 4.
locked on.
Full alert! Raider ion frigates have
Drones on
decloaked
route to
and are
target.
firing on us. All ships return fire. The pirates have cloaking technology as well as mimic fields.
Locked on.
They could be anywhere.
Stand by
Moving
Group
to
4.
attack.
Stand by Group 3. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 6. Build more support modules.
Drones locked on. Swarmers
Stand by
locked
Group
on.
6. Report of hostiles by Group 3. Command ship is under attack, Bridge. Stand by Group 6. Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Stand by Group
High
5.
alert now.
Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Our scientists have some ideas for making better sensors that would allow us to detect cloaked and mimic ships. They are requesting the go-ahead to research.
Beginning research. Stand by Group 3. Construction underway. Stand by Group 4.
Secondary engines online.
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 5.
Processor here.
Escorts assigned. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 3. Delta, formation set. Stand by Group 4. Research completed.
Multi-beam frigate is now available for construction.
Understood. On high alert. Nav coordinates locked in.
Research underway.
The raiders have called in for help. A large Imperialist fleet is hyperspaced in. Prepare for a new wave of attackers.
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 3.
Underway.
Here.
Escorts assigned. Stand by Group 6.
Roger, Command. Can you speak up?
Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 3.
Moving to attack.
Report of hostiles by Group 5.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 3.
Charge
Command ship is under attack.
Research completed. Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on. Swarmers on course.
Report of hostiles by
Swarmers
Group
locked
5.
on.
Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 4.
Command ship is under attack.
Stand by Group 3. Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 5.
charged.
Stand by Group 6. Build more support modules. Stand by Group 3. Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on. Drones
Report of
locked
hostiles
on.
by Group
Swarmers
4.
on the way. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked
Stand by
on.
Group 6. Stand by Group 3.
Going to high alert.
Stand by
now.
Group 4.
Drones locked
Stand by
on.
Group 5. Stand by Group 6.
Missing.
Swarmers locked on.
Report of hostiles by Group 5. Stand by Group 5.
Repairs
Stand by
underway.
Group 4.
Drones locked
Stand by
on.
Group 3. Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Report of hostiles by Group 4.
Receiving. Online. Coordinates
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Roger, Command. Underway.
Research completed. Stand by Group
Swarmers
4.
locked on.
Report of hostiles by Group 5. Beginning construction. Stand by Group 5.
Commandeered ship is reporting damage.
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 6. Build more support modules.
Commandeered ship destroyed.
Build more support modules.
Target acquired.
Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 6.
Leave this to the pros. Locked on.
Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Report of hostiles by Group 3.
High
Report of
frigate moving
hostiles
out.
by Group 5. Stand by
Overloading
Group 4.
emitters.
Stand by Group 6.
Worker is reporting damage. Worker destroyed. Worker destroyed.
Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Need
Stand by
repairs,
Group
Command.
6.
Need repairs, Command. Target acquired.
The pirates have built up another attack wave. They're vectoring to join the assault. This could be very bad.
Report of hostiles by Group 5. Stand by Group 6. Stand by Group 4.
Worker damaged.
Locked on.
Red.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 3. Construction underway. Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked
Stand
on.
by Group 3. Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers
Stand by Group 6.
Assisting. Salvaging. System.
Stand by
ready.
Group 5. Stand by Group 6. Stand by Group 4.
drones locked
Stand
on.
by Group 5.
Target acquired.
I copy, Command. Processor moving out.
Stand by Group 4.
We have a hyperspace signature. It's one of ours.
Attention, Kunlan. This is the Cow Stow. We have arrived with reinforcements from Megara. Come to us.
Good to see you again, Kaushto. We need your help, but that pirate attack wing has changed course to intercept you. Be careful.
Report of hostiles by Group 5. Capital ship away. Report of hostiles by Group 4.
Multi-beam frigate online. Turrets
Stand by
online.
Group 4. Adding ships to Group 4.
Commandeered ship
Swarmers
damaged.
locked on.
Stand by Group
Drones
4.
approaching target. Drones
Stand by Group
locked
6.
on.
Build more support modules.
Good timing. So rattle
Stand
them
by
out.
Group 4. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 6.
Repairs underway.
Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Roger, Command. Ready,
Stand by
gun.
Group 4.
Drones
Report of hostiles by
locked
Group
on.
5. Stand by Group
Need
6.
repairs, Command.
Worker is reporting damage.
Beginning construction.
Systems red.
Report of
Processor
hostiles
here.
by Group 3. Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 5.
Drones locked on.
Need repairs, Command.
Swarmers locked
Stand by
on.
Group 3.
High frigate is reporting damage.
Drones
Stand by Group
locked
4.
on.
Stand by Group 5.
Heading in. Ready for orders.
Report of hostiles by
Targeting
Group 5.
beams now.
Yeah?
Stand by Group 6.
Leave this to
Stand
the
by
pros.
Group 4.
Repairs.
Receiving. Underway to coordinates now.
Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 6. Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on.
Worker destroyed. Multi-beam frigate is reporting damage.
Report of hostiles by Group 3.
Ready to go.
Stand by Group 6.
Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on.
Martyrs of Carrick. Look at what that thing has done to our lower deck section. It's grown an entire mothership around it. What is this thing?
The Imperial fleet is breaking off to engage the beast. Do not pursue. Regroup and prepare to fire the modified cannon on the beast mothership.
Stand by Group 6.
Thoughts. We want beacon brain. Give us data. Or we take data with your thoughts.
Swarmers locked on.
How can it be talking to us?
It's gaining intelligence as it absorbs new data. It must want the information we removed from the beacon pod we found it on. Hold fire with the siege cannon until the beast mothership is within the 100% damage range.
Stand by Group 6. Build more support modules. Stand by Group 6.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 6. Build more support modules.
Get back in.
Stand by Group 3. Construction underway. Stand by Group 6.
Moving to attack.
Roger, command. Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 4.
Systems ready.
Return ship and stand down. Stand by Group 3.
Going into docking pattern.
Affirmative.
Just say the word.
Bridge. Stand by Group 6. Report of hostiles by
Ready.
Group 4.
Just tell me where to go. I'll be there before you blink.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 4.
Underway to coordinates now.
Stand by Group 6. Bridge. Stand by Group 6. Adding ships to Group 6.
Assisting.
Report of hostiles by Group 4.
High frigate ready for orders. Command. Setting new course.
Multi-beam frigate has been decommissioned.
Command.
Stand by Group 3.
High frigate online.
Stand by Group 4.
High frigate. High frigate ready for orders. Command.
Stand by Group 3.
I copy, command.
Stand by Group
Repairs
6.
underway.
Stand by Group 4.
High frigate online.
Stand by
Overloading
Group 3.
emitters.
High frigate. Aye.
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 5.
Affirmative.
Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on.
Report of hostiles by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Roger, command.
Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 6.
Processor here.
Let me at 'em.
Setting assigned Group 1. Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on. Drones
Stand by Group
locked
3.
on.
Understood. I've been looking for a fight.
Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on.
Report of hostiles by Group 4.
Lead this to the
Stand by
foes.
Group 4.
Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 1.
Recon, ready to go. I'm on my way, Command.
Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 3.
Roger, Command.
Escorts
Can you
assigned.
speak up?
Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked
Stand by
on.
Group 3. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked
Stand by
on.
Group 6.
Assisting.
Stand by Group
Drones
4.
locked on.
Stand by Group 1.
I'm on my way,
Stand by
Command.
Group 4.
Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 1. Command. Stand by Group 4.
Processor here.
Roger, Command.
Escorts assigned.
Roger,
Escorts
Command.
assigned.
Can you speak up? Right.
Stand by Group
Packing up,
4.
getting
Escorts
underway.
assigned. Bridge. Setting assigned Group
Preparing for
9.
EMP first.
Begin upgrade now.
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 3.
Upgrade complete.
I copy, Command.
Escorts assigned. This is Command. Open up our attack profile. Command ship is on stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 5. This is Command. Report of hostiles by Group 1. Report of hostiles by Group 3. Report of hostiles by Group 5.
Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Report of hostiles by Group 4.
Drones
Stand by
locked
Group
on.
6.
Worker damaged.
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 3. Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Command. Open up our attack profile. Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on.
Bridge.
Drones locked on.
Lock in Report of hostiles by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers on course.
Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on. Drones en route to target.
Command ship is
Drones
under attack.
approaching target. Drones
Stand by Group
locked
3.
on.
Returning to hangar.
Stand by Group
Swarmers
4.
locked on.
Stand by Group 5.
Drones locked on.
Hive frigate
TIE
damaged.
frigate ready for orders. Command.
Report of
Drones
hostiles by
recalled.
Group 4.
Nav coordinates locked in.
Worker ready. Lead this to the pros.
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 6.
Repairs
Stand by
underway.
Group 4.
Hive frigate
Command
online.
ship is under
Acknowledging
attack.
new orders.
Bridge. Lock in main Stand by Group 5.
Heading in.
Hive frigate destroyed.
Swarmers locked on.
Report of hostiles by Group 4. Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Overloading emitters.
Stand by Group 3.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 5.
Target acquired.
Report of hostiles by
Drones
Group 5.
locked on.
Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers on the way. Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group
Swarmers
6.
on course.
Stand by Group 5.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 6.
Assisting.
Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 4. Command ship is under attack.
Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones
Stand by
locked
Group
on.
3. Beginning construction. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 5.
Receiving. Going into docking pattern.
Stand by Group 5.
Processor here.
Worker here.
Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 6. Stand by Group 6. Construction underway. Stand by Group 4. Command. Command ship is underway.
Processor here.
Escorts assigned. Escorts assigned. Stand by Group 3.
Ready.
Adding ships to Group
Going
3.
to high alert now.
Stand by Group 6. Stand by Group 5.
Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones en route to target.
Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on.
Report of
Drones
hostiles by Group
locked
4.
on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 4.
This better be fast.
Bridge. Stand by Group 6. Stand by Group 5.
Repairs underway.
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 3. Escorts assigned. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 9. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 6. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 6. Stand by Group 5.
I copy, Command.
Stand by Group 3. Stand by Group 6. Adding ships to Group 6.
Sentinel online. Sentinel returning to hangar.
Stand by Group 5. Beginning construction. Stand by Group 4.
Understood. On high alert.
Stand by Group
Drones
6.
locked on.
Escorts assigned. Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 6.
Assisting.
Stand by Group 4. Report of hostiles by Group 5.
Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on.
Escorts assigned. Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 3.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Sentinel online. Ready.
Setting assigned Group 2.
Affirmative.
Adding ships to Group 2.
Aggressive, aye.
Escorts assigned.
Swarmers locked on.
This is command.
Drones.
Command ship is under attack.
In main
Report of
batteries.
hostiles by Group 4. Proton charging complete. Ready to fire. Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 2. Adding ships to Group 2.
Firing on all targets.
Escorts assigned.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 3.
Alright, for EMP first.
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 4.
Leave this to the pros.
Bridge. Report of hostiles by Group 2. Command ship is under attack. Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 6.
Swarmers locked on.
Processor here.
Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Target acquired.
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group
Repairs
6.
underway.
Stand by Group 4. Escorts assigned. Shot away.
Hive frigate destroyed. Support module destroyed.
Bridge. Sphere. Formation set. Stand by Group 4. Command. Stand by Group 4. Construction underway. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 6. Adding ships to Group 6. Stand by Group 5. Beginning construction.
Affirmative. Sentinel returning to
Stand by
hangar.
Group 4. Stand by Group 6.
Processor here.
Stand by Group 3. Bridge.
Ready.
Setting assigned Group 2.
Firing on all targets.
Stand by Group 4.
Going to high alert now. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on.
Stand by Group
Leave
6.
this to the pros.
Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Report of hostiles by Group 5.
Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on.
Escorts assigned. Adding ships to Group 2.
We'll engage
Sphere.
anything
Formation
I
set.
see.
Escorts assigned. Stand by Group 4. This is command. Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Roger,
Stand by
Command.
Group 4.
Can you speak up?
Drones locked on.
Stand by Group
Swarmers
2.
on course.
Report of
Affirmative.
hostiles by Group
Drones en
4.
route to target.
Aggressive, aye. Sentinel
Escorts
online.
assigned.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 4.
Drones, locked on. Swarmers,
Stand by
locked
Group
on.
3.
Charging. Going to
Stand by
high
Group
alert
4.
now.
Drones, locked on.
Stand by Group 6.
Assisting.
Bridge. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 4. Report of hostiles by Group 4. Stand by Group 6. Stand by Group 4.
Drones,
Command
locked
ship
on.
is under attack. Stand by Group 2. Adding ships to Group 2. Sphere.
Firing
Formation
on all
set.
targets.
Escorts assigned. Stand by Group 2. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 2. Stand by Group 2. Sphere. Formation set. Escorts assigned. Stand by Group 3. Stand by Group 4. Bridge. Charging C's cannon now. Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers, locked on. Drones, locked on.
Escorts assigned. Burn.
Swarmers, locked on.
Primary target in range. Open fire! Escorts assigned. Stand by Group 4.
Drones, locked on.
Report of hostiles by Group
Swarmers,
4.
locked on.
Understood.
Stand by
I've been
Group
looking
4.
for a fight.
Drones, locked on.
Alert! Cannon has failed to disrupt the target. Beast
Overloading
mothership
emitters.
is still active and closing fast. All ships prepare for emergency hyperspace jump.
Pods, do not flee. Come to us. We require knowledge of birth self.
This is command.
Swarmers, locked
Stand by
on.
Group 4.
Drones, locked on.
All ships return for docking and prepare for hyperspace. Command ship is under attack. Report of hostiles by Group 4. Report of hostiles by Group 4.
Situation report 10.5. The siege cannon failed to harm the beast. Analysis of combat recordings show that the beast cells were able to regrow almost instantly after exposure to the beam. A second shot might have done more damage, but plasma conduits linking the gun to the ship's reactors overheated and fused during the initial firing. It is the opinion of the ship's engineer that the beast cells have mutated and adapted since our samples were taken. He believes a sample of the original structure of the beast could be used to adjust the cannon to do maximum damage. Unfortunately, finding a sample of the original beast means finding the Nagarok, and we have yet to decode the beacon pod's navigational data. According to our records, our sister ship, the Falcorum, is in the sector on a survey mission. Their advanced astrogation team should be able to help us determine the beacon's launch point. Plotting a course to intercept the Falcorum now.
Auto launch set.
Give me an idea on that vessel now. Kunlan. Here. Attention, Kunlan. Break up attack now, or we will be forced to defend ourselves.
Sensors report the Falcorum is under attack by beast ships. They must think those ships are ours.
We must destroy that beast fleet. Hopefully, that will also prove to the Falcorum that we aren't enemies.
Command ship is underway. Stand by Group 6.
Harvesting.
I copy, Command.
Escorts assigned. Stand by Group 3.
Moving out.
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 5. Escorts assigned.
Affirmative.
Sphere. Formation set.
Aye.
Escorts assigned.
Just tell me where to go.
Escorts assigned. Stand by Group 3.
Preparing for EMP burst.
The Falcorum fleet is still confused about us. Do not, I say again, do not return fire on their ships. Eliminate the beast fleet.
Stand by Group 3. Report of hostiles by Group 3.
Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 3. Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on.
Receiving. Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 2.
Firing on all targets.
Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Report of hostiles by Group 2.
Swarmers locked on.
Stand by Group 3.
Preparing for EMP burst.
Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 9. Be advised, stand by Group Command ship is relocated.
Swarmers locked on.
Report of hostiles by Group 3. Stand by Group 4. Falcorum, tell the rest of your fleet to stand down. The fleet that attacked you is destroyed. We are on your side.
Kunlan, this is the Falcorum. Sorry for jumping you, but we were attacked by Higaran ships out of nowhere. And then we started losing contact with ships in our fleet. New hyperspace right on top of us without warning. We thought the attack fleet was yours. You had gone rogue.
Understood, Falcor. We've had a few shocks of our own. We're transferring to you all our data regarding the beast, so you'll be able to more easily ID infected vessels in the future. We will be gathering resources and will assist you in your repair. Command ship has successfully relocated. Stand by Group 6. Stand by Group 6. Stand by Group 3.
Returning to hangar.
Stand by Group 2. Stand by Group 5. Bridge. Command ship is underway. Stand by Group 6.
Underway.
Stand by Group 6.
Underway.
Command. Stand by Group 4. Bridge. Stand by Group 3.
Going to high alert now.
Command ship has arrived.
Processor here. Right. Packing up, getting underway. I copy, Command. Standing by, Command.
Stand by Group 6.
Acquired. Worker ready. Leave this to the pros.
Stand by Group 5.
Worker ready. Worker here. Assisting.
Processor here.
Escorts assigned. Stand by Group 2.
We still need larger vessels to fight the beast. Engineering wants to start adapting the ore processor drives to power a full destroyer-sized combat vessel. There is also another project available to create a repair drone microship that will automatically repair our capital ships.
Research underway.
Incoming beast fleet. Looks like it's comprised mainly of Raider and Imperialist ships. Engage and keep them away from the Falcorum.
Stand by Group 3.
High frigate. Aye.
Stand by Group 2.
Let me at 'em. I'm on my way, Command. Just say
Beginning
the word.
crystal processing now. Stand by Group 6.
Repairs underway.
Stand by Group 1.
Coordinates locked in.
Stand by Group 4.
High frigate
Stand by
moving
Group
out.
3.
Underway.
Stand by Group 6. Command. Moving Core Fleet. Stand by Group 3. Escorts assigned.
Understood.
Delta,
I've been
formation
looking
set.
for a fight.
Stand by Group 6.
Locked on.
Stand by Group 6.
Yeah?
Stand by Group 1. Stand by Group 6. Crystal processing complete.
Worker ready. Leave this to the pros.
Stand by Group 1.
I'm on my way,
Stand by
Command.
Group 3. Stand by Group 4.
Waiting here. Holding. Waiting here.
Research completed.
Carrier
Holding.
is now available for
Waiting here.
construction. Destroyer is now
Holding.
available for construction.
Waiting here. Holding. Waiting here. Holding. Waiting here. Holding. Waiting here. Holding.
Command ship has successfully relocated.
They're pulling against us.
Research completed. Beginning crystal processing now. Stand by Group 4.
What's happening?
Hostiles by Group 3. Stand by Group 3.
It's talking here.
Construction underway. Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Report of hostiles by
Drones
Group 4.
approaching target. Swarmers locked on. Swarmers on the way. Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 5.
Got it, heading in.
Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 9. Report of hostiles by Group 5.
Waiting
Report
here.
of hostiles by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Holding.
Processor here.
Worker ready. Waiting here. Salvaging. Holding. Worker here. Waiting here. Target
Stand by
acquired.
Group 4.
Holding. Waiting here.
Setting new course.
Holding. Waiting here.
Ready to go.
Holding. Waiting here.
Roger, Command.
Holding.
Stand by Group
Waiting
4.
here.
Drones locked on.
Holding.
Stand by Group 5.
Waiting here.
Receiving.
Report of hostiles
Holding.
by Group 5.
Swarmers locked on.
Online. Underway.
Waiting here. Holding.
Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Waiting here. Holding. Waiting here. Holding. Waiting here.
Acknowledging
Stand by
move
Group
orders.
5.
Holding.
Target acquired.
Waiting here.
Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on.
Holding.
Acknowledging move orders.
Waiting here.
Receiving.
Holding.
Beginning crystal
Waiting here.
processing now.
Holding. Waiting
Setting
here.
assigned Group 8.
Holding.
Stand by Group 8.
Waiting here.
Stand by Group 5.
Holding.
Moving out.
Waiting here.
Stand by Group
Holding.
6.
Waiting here. Holding. Waiting here. Holding. Waiting here.
Stand by Group 6.
Holding.
Escorts assigned.
Waiting here.
Stand by Group 5.
Waiting here.
Ready to go. Roger, Command.
Holding.
Moving.
Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Waiting here.
Stand by
Holding.
Group 4.
Waiting here. Holding. Waiting here. Holding. Waiting here. Holding.
Crystal
Waiting here.
processing complete.
Begin upgrade now.
Holding.
Stand by Group 2.
Waiting here.
Stand by Group 1.
Ready to go.
Holding. Waiting here.
Weapons charged.
Stand by
Upgrade
Group
complete.
4.
Swarmers locked on.
Holding.
Upgrade complete.
Waiting here.
Upgrade complete.
Stand by Group 4.
Holding.
Stand by Group
Locked
5.
on.
Coordinates locked in.
Waiting here.
Stand by Group 4.
Holding. Waiting here.
Roger, Command.
Holding. Waiting here.
Receiving.
Holding.
Underway to coordinates
Stand by
now.
Group
Waiting
6.
here.
Stand by Group 4.
Holding.
Swarmers locked on.
Waiting here. Holding. Waiting here. Holding.
Stand by Group
Waiting
4.
here. Holding.
Hive frigate moving out.
Waiting here.
Drones locked on.
Holding.
Nav coordinates locked in.
Waiting
Stand by
here.
Group 5.
Holding.
Stand by
Waiting
Group
here.
6.
Holding. Waiting here.
Holding position.
Roger, Command. Can you
Stand by
speak up?
Group 6.
Holding. Waiting here.
Online.
Holding.
Stand by Group
Waiting
4.
here.
Upgrade complete.
Holding. Waiting here. Holding.
Stand by
Upgrade
Group 8.
complete. Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 6.
Receiving. Moving out.
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 5.
Target acquired.
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 8. Stand by Group 5.
Roger, Command. Can you speak up?
Lock in main batteries. Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 4.
Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on. Swarmers locked on. Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 6.
Yeah, Command. Underway.
Stand by Group 5. Report of hostiles by Group 5. Beginning construction. Stand by Group
Swarmers
4.
locked on.
Moving to attack. Underway.
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 8. Stand by Group 4.
Setting new course.
Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 5.
Got it. Heading in.
Beginning construction of
Ready to
carrier.
Underway to coordinates now.
Stand by Group 4.
Drones locked on.
Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 6.
Assisting.
Roger, Command.
Setting assigned Group
Going
3.
to high alert
Stand
now.
by Group 2. Stand by Group 8. Stand by Group 2.
Sentinel guns armed.
Stand by Group 3.
Roger, Command.
Stand by Group 2.
Attacking.
Stand by Group 3. Stand by Group 2. Stand by Group 3. Escorts assigned.
Underway, 2 coordinates now. Roger, Command.
Adding ships to Group 3.
Assuming patrol
Delta.
stance.
Formation set.
I've been looking
Stand
for
by
a fight.
Group 3. Escorts assigned. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 3. Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 3.
Recon, ready to go.
Stand by Group 2. Stand by Group 1.
Locking on to your beacon.
Stand by Group 3. Stand by Group 5.
Weapons charged.
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 3. Report of hostiles by Group 3. Stand by Group 3. Stand by Group 4.
Charging. Overloading emitters.
Swarmers locked on.
Ready.
Stand by Group 4. Stand by Group 4.
Locked on.
Stand by Group 4.
Charging.
Stand by Group 4. Beast Fleet has been destroyed. The Foul Quorum is sending over their astrogation team. Astrogation team aboard, Falcora.
They are good personnel, Kunlun. We should have that beacon nav data cracked in no time. We're going to head back to Higara making maximum range jumps. Maybe that way we can avoid being subverted like the Kal Stove.
Understood, Falcora. May the martyrs of Karak protect you.
And you, Kunlun. And you. Falcorum out.
Online.
Stand by Group 1. Stand by
Returning
Group
to
3.
hangar.
Docking.
Stand by Group 4.
This better be
Stand by
fast.
Group 5. Escorts assigned.
Hauling rock.
Carrier, construction completed.
Carrier status full green.
Construction underway.
Beginning construction of carrier. Beginning construction of destroyer.
Stand by Group 6.
Understood. Harvesting.
Escorts assigned.
Roger, command.
Stand by Group 6.
Carrier here.
Escorts assigned. Stand by Group 5. Stand by Group 1.
I'll be there before you blink.
Stand by Group 2. Stand by Group 3.
Roger, command.
Adding shift to Group
Going
3.
to high alert now.
Bridge.
Carrier aye. Carrier here.
Stand by Group 2.
Yeah?
Just tell me where to go.
Stand by Group 1. Stand by Group 2.
Roger, command.
Processor here.
Bridge.
Carrier, aye.
Stand by Group 1.
Carrier status full green.
Stand by Group 1. Stand by Group 9.
Carrier, construction
here.
completed.
Beginning construction. Escorts assigned.
Roger, command. Carrier, aye. Carrier status full green.
Escorts assigned.
Recon, ready to go.
Carrier here. Roger, command.
Stand by, Group 3.
Destroyer construction
Let's
complete.
go.
Stand by, Group 5. Adding ships to Group 5.
Roger, Command.
Let's do this.
Ready to go.
I'm on it.
Online.
Ready to move out.
Receiving.
Ready to move out.
Stand by, Group 5.
Roger, command. High frigate online. High frigate ready for orders, command.